top of the poll, we are going to see the tentacles that get killed and splash blood on the ground, and we are going to see Paranoia as our main two mechanics initially. This is a different perspective now. We are going to see the Team 1 Psychus phase, and you'll be able to see the orange fireballs coming down that we mentioned earlier.
Characters.
Make holes, make holes, make
So
holes, make holes.
there's the Paranoia, which again, the sooner you get to your partner, the less damage you take. So they are getting in position to kill another set of tentacles now. Battle reses, we started with one in the bank. That's what we were trying to remember earlier. So let's keep an eye on health bars and see who is dying early so that we can bring that up in some kind of post-officer meeting. Because at this point, we're at a stage in the fight where it's too late to really replace anybody,
Oh shit, we
but
waited too long
we can
for the
still
gates to
try to crack down on these early deaths if there are any happening. We need to have these phase 1s clean at this point. We're 400 pulls in. This is really unacceptable that we're getting phase 1 deaths this late into progression. So again, the name of the game here is to kill these tentacles when they are next to the mini-boss in order to stack up that debuff that shreds his armor and increases the amount of damage he takes.
Towards boss, towards boss.
He is currently 5 stacks. This is the difference between the two phases right now. You can see Deathwing firing big orange fireballs down as opposed to Sylvanas doing dark murky arrow volleys. I believe that the Deathwing phase is much more avoidable. So Psychus is currently at 50% with 6 stacks. He's going to get 1 additional stack here, and he's going to die very, very soon.
It's nice if the fire doesn't go on me.
Come at you soon.
So burn phase 1. Shield is down. There's minimal psychophages up. Everyone is ready to light this guy up. We are looking for a 86% burn if we can. So this is what we were talking about earlier. This is a potential slot to use Bloodlust, but the group has ultimately decided not to use Bloodlust here because it gets hard cut off at 20 seconds when the shield comes back up, which means you lose 25 seconds of Bloodlust. Now, the big kind of debate here is you get another Bloodlust. This fight is longer than 10 minutes. You can get another Bloodlust at the end of the fight, at the very last 15 or 20% of the fight to finish the boss with. But with how crazy that fight is it worth having a mini Bloodlust to hold Bloodlust so late into the fight? And is it redundant to have Bloodlust to burn on that final stage? So those are kind of like the two options you have there. But where they Bloodlust, which will be the second burn phase that is initiated here soon. Team 2 is currently downstairs fighting the Psychus. We have opted to use the Bloodlust at this upcoming burn phase because this upcoming burn phase transitions into phase 2, which increases the amount of time to the full 45 seconds to utilize the Bloodlust. That's really the real question, though, is when that second Bloodlust comes up, is it redundant or is it more useful in the middle of the fight to push harder, and there's definitely arguments for both cases. I just know that the raid leaders have decided to opt for the latter case of one bloodlust at a more crucial time. Yeah, and
Close.
this is live. I'm currently streaming through the Mage and Shadow Priest's perspectives, swapping between the two. Best pull is 10% tonight. So they are very, very, very close. So what we're seeing right now is the wrap-up of Phase 1. They're just about to see Psychus die downstairs, and they need to kill this cluster of tentacles as fast as they really can without popping cooldowns in order to prepare for the second burn phase of Phase 1. And the second burn phase of Phase 1 is going to transition into Phase 2.
Few blood.
I personally kind of agree with you, Mackie.
One more
I
wave.
think if it was my call to make, that I would also opt for the double bloodlust. But at this phase of learning and pulls and stuff, it gets so risky to make big changes like that.
Watch that Phage on the corner. Phage on the corner. He's dying in the group. Watch your feet.
Everyone in?
Okay, so we barely
Other than
survived
that.
that. We got down to 10. So we're lagging a little bit on Bass Stream. We might switch perspectives here. Cranky got down to 10 sanity with that Psychophage dying in the group. That was very, very close. But we are stable. We have 2 battle reses in the tank with a full raid group up, and this is a clean transition into Phase 2. Phase 2 is going to be 4 sets of Dark Anguish puddles that need to be dropped, interlacing with other mechanics. So you just saw the Thought Harvester spawn, which cast Devour Thoughts to destroy the raid's sanity. It gets split among the number of soakers to kind of like... The way you deal with the mechanic is if all 20 people are in it, they only lose 12 sanity per person. But the less people in it, the more the soakers lose. If you don't have 5 people in it at bare minimum, then it explodes, and I believe
Zombie
does enough sanity drain that it pretty much
Innervate, please.
makes everyone insane at the same time.
Towards
So
us,
they
towards
just dropped
us,
puddles
towards
too,
us.
and now we see Paranoia into Harpoons, which they have to get close to the boss so they don't get dragged off the edge here. From here, we are going to see Puddles 3 out of 4, and Puddles 3 out of 4 is going directly into a third soak for the third set of Thought Harvesters. Third set of Thought Harvesters are going to be soaked and killed into Puddles 4. And from Puddles 4, we're going to get a laser beam that is completely RNG based. We're either going to get a bad laser beam that's difficult to dodge or a good laser beam that is going to run away from the group and make it easy street. From there, we use 5 people with immunities to negate the final
For beams.
thought or devour thought soak. And after that, we kill... That's bad lasers. It's laggy, but that was bad lasers. That's going to wipe the group for sure. Maybe not. Everyone's still alive, but...
Finish off that Thought Harvester.
Okay,
immunity
we
sand,
are
everyone
actually...
spread,
So this is immunity soak. We put 5 immunities in here and completely negate it. Now we just kill these, and it's secret phase time. We still have 2 battle reses up with a third about to go in the tank. And from there... Okay, we just lost one of our soaks, but we can pick them up. From there, secret phase is going to be...
Finish off these harvesters. They're pretty healthy.
we'll get to that when we get to it.
Everyone in on Moon.
So what we're going to see here is
All
they have to
in,
kill
all in.
these before
Kill
this...
Harvester, kill this harvester. Big
Yeah.
X neck.
Okay, perfect. Now we get a mini burn phase when the portal
Get that
to
gate
the
up.
heart chamber spawns. It's a 15-second RP and opportunity
5,
to use
4,
the
3,
portal.
2,
So they spend
1,
10
go,
seconds
go, go, go,
DPSing
go.
to min-max it, and then they go
Keep
into the
breathing,
secret phase. Now we have a new mini-boss here that you only see on Mythic difficulty. He needs to be tanked against the wall, and he's going to occasionally do these small swirly circles that people have to step out of. The main mechanic here is we have 9 people set
spreads,
aside that
spread.
need to save their necks to disarm bombs.
let's get
Bombs will
ready.
spawn in clusters of 3.
Dodge
You
rolls.
disarm the bombs with the
Warlock.
necklaces, and you also don't drop your big blue circle in the group or on the bombs. You have a big blue circle that will deal bonus damage
Back
to
in, back in.
your group, or I believe it sets off the bomb. So if you hit the
Watch
bomb
your
with your
circle.
circle, then it will cause it to detonate. You can survive one bomb going off, so there will be instances where you
Nice
only
and tight, guys.
you only break 2 bombs and
seconds
let the
till
third
bombs
go
go.
off with some heavy healing cooldowns.
3,
But
2,
ideally, you don't want to do that if you don't have to. We're going to go set. So we did just have a bomb go off there, you can see. Set 3
Sorry,
should
we
be
look
coming
around.
out here, and that will be
We should be
fully.
good. It's gonna be close.
Oh, we're going to be close. No, this
I'm
is set
close.
4. They're
Disarm.
they're disarming, so they made the call to disarm.
Disarm bombs.
There are times when this sets up that if you can kill the boss with more than 5 seconds left on the bomb fuses, then you can get out of the phase before the bombs go off and negate them.
All in on
Unfortunately,
moon.
they did not
Nice
have time.
stack on moon.
So this is phase 4. We're going to see how the raid looks health-wise.
are in.
Everybody is
So-
alive. We have 2 battle reses in phase 4. This is
After
repeat what we saw in phase 2
Get ready to drop
and
pools
put the
after
portals in
harvesters.
slightly different places. This is a very, very solid attempt. We might
Go.
see a kill here if they
we go.
execute this correctly.
Use as much of the room as we can.
We can count on one hand tonight how many times they have reached phase 4 with a full raid group alive. So this
Zombie
is
shout.
extremely promising.
Beams,
They
beams.
good beams. We have good beams here. They're going the right way.
Good job on thought harvesters.
Bad
All the way to
beams
diamond,
would
all
be
the way down
beams
in the
that
back.
go clockwise and push
Out of
them
melee
back
range,
into
all way to
the
back, all the way
puddles.
to the back.
So now they're going to the opposite side, and the goal here is
Spread,
to
spread,
start,
spread,
excuse
Good.
me, migrating
Spread,
the
spread,
puddles
paranoia.
to the back of the room to leave the front of the room
Use purples,
clean.
guys.
After they're
Get to
done
your buddy and
dropping
spread, get to your buddy and
puddles
spread, away from boss,
3 and
away from
4,
boss.
they
Spread
want to
out
have a
down the
little
road,
pocket in the
everyone down.
front of the room in order to stand there and tank and spank the boss, essentially. They're only going to have a little spot left. And
So
the,
much fucking room, just like
the end
relax,
game here
breathe.
is to
Drop
go
pools again
insane
where we just
and
were.
use
Drop
that
pools where we just
25%
were.
damage
All the way in the back,
increase
all the way in the back.
for 30 seconds. The whole raid goes
purples,
insane at the
guys.
same time. In 30 seconds, you burn that last 20%, and you kill this fucking boss before he kills you. So,
Let's let this go
oh
off. Let this
no!
go off.
Pick fast up, pick
Fuck.
fast up. Let's go.
Everybody
We
come
got
off.
battle reses. Let's
Move
make
off.
this happen.
Stack in,
Come
stack
on.
in, stack in.
Back
Nice
for
and tight.
paranoia. Stat.
Fuck out of the boss.
Why are they not picking her up? Why are they
Drop
not
pools
picking
wherever,
her up?
Drop pools.
Come on, guys.
Look for beams.
Battle res.
Yes, please battle res. I agree with fast. Battle res.
Nuke this boss. Nuke
Come
this boss.
on, come
Nuke him,
on.
nuke him.
come
What does the boss say?
on.
What does the boss say? I
Give
don't
him
see boss
everything.
health.
Fucking go!
They got it!
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh, I got switched over.
Wow!
Yes!
I'm not even online anymore, am I?
Ah!
Woo!
Oh my gosh! Yes!
holy shit.
Woo! Sorry if I
Great
blew
work,
your ears
guys.
out. Woo! Oh,
Fucking congratulations, guys. That was
yeah!
awesome.
Yes!
I was so terrified when one person went down.
Of course, I fucking died on the kill.
Congratulations, guys. That was awesome.
Woo!
I was so terrified. Oh, my hands are like shaking right now. I'm not even part of this
Oh
kill, and
my
this means so
gosh.
much to me.
Oh my